Hello everyone, I hope everyone is safe and doing good. Welcome back to my channel Trick or Treat with Mathematics. In today's video, this is something that is out of the context. However, it is really important for you to understand what happens if we multiply and divide a number by 0. Since 0 is a whole number, I thought maybe I'll do this miscellaneous topic for you to understand what happens if we divide and multiply a number by 0 and what is the result. Okay, without wasting any more time, let's jump right into the video. What happens if we multiply a number by 0? What do you know about multiplication? I always mention that multiplication and addition are correlated. That means multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. You must have learned this in your preliminary school, right? Before your 5th class. Multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. So what happens if we multiply a number by 0? Before that, let's see what happens if we multiply two numbers. For example, I will write 2 into 2. How do I write this? This is nothing but, can I say that we are adding 2 times? Right? So the answer is 4. What happens if I multiply 2 into 3? That means we are adding 2 3 times. So the answer is 6. What happens if we multiply 8 into 6? We are adding 8 6 times. Right? So the answer will be 48. 8 into 6 is 48. So that means we can clearly say that multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. That means how many number of times we multiply a number, those many number of times we need to add and we'll get the result. Rather than adding this so many times, we tend to learn our tables, right? We use, and those are nothing but multiplication tables, right? 2 6s are 12, 4 8s are 32, 12 3s are 36, etc. So instead of adding everything, it will be a long process. We'll try to remember the values so that it will be easy for us to simplify. In the same way, what happens when we multiply 2 or any number by 0? That means, as per this definition, 2 should be added 0 times. 0 times as in, we can't even add 2 once. If we want to represent 2 as 1, it will be 2 only. Because we want to represent 2 in one time, that is 2. But what happens if we multiply 2 by 0? That means this is empty basically because we are not putting 2 at all. So in that case, 2 multiplied by 0 will be 0. Right? This is very important for you to understand. Multiplication and division by this special whole number 0. If we multiply 2 by 0, we get 0 in this case. Or if, for example, if we multiply, say, 50 by 0, that means if we have to written 50 into 3, it means we are adding 53 times. That is nothing but 150. But what happens if we multiply 50 by 0? We don't even have to write 50 once. That means this is not there at all. So the answer is 0. So in short, any number can be any whole number multiplied by 0 or any number for that matter, not only whole number, the answer will be 0. Okay. So this is nothing but what will happen when you multiply a number by 0. So now let's see what will happen when you divide a number by 0. So now let's see what happens if we divide a number by 0. We know that multiplication is repeated addition. right? So that means if you say 0 into 3 or 3 into 0 in the commutative property, 0 into 3, that means 0 added 3 times. So 0 plus 0 plus 0, answer is 0. And 3 into 0, 3 added 0 times, that is 0 only. So any way you add 0 into 3 is equal to 3 into 0 is 0, right? So this is nothing but multiplication of a whole number or of any number by 0. And we term this multiplication as repeated addition. So what happens if we divide a number by 0? Let's see that. Since multiplication is repeated addition, division is repeated subtraction. That means we are dividing a number. Dividing is nothing but we are taking a part out of that number, right? For example, if you want to divide 20 by 5, okay, and I'll say this as A and this as B. How do you divide 20 by 5? You start by subtracting 5 so many times such that you'll get the final result as 0. How is this possible? Let's see. What is 20 minus 5? 15. Again, what is 15 minus 5? This is nothing but repeated subtraction. 10. What is 10 minus 5? 5. What is 5 minus 5? 0. That means how many times did we subtract 5 from 20? 4 times. So this is the quotient, right? So in short, if you want, using your traditional division method, we say that 5 fours are 20 because we know that 5 multiplied by 4 is 20. And how did we arrive to this result? This is how we divide 5 into 4 parts, 20 into 4 parts, so that we'll get the answer as 5, or 20 into 5 parts, so that we'll get the answer quotient as 4. Okay, so this is how we can prove that division is repeated subtraction. Using this concept, let's try to divide a number by 0. So I would like to divide a number 6 by 0. That means using this repeated subtraction process, let's see how to do that. Suppose I have written 6 here, and you know that you need to keep on subtracting until you get 0 as the answer, right? So 6 minus 0 is 0. Again 6 minus 0 is 0. Again 6 minus 0 is 6. Sorry. 6 minus 0 is 6. 6 minus 0 is 6. And 6 minus 0 is 6. And so on. There is no end after you subtract a number from another number. Here the number is 0. After you subtract 0 from 6 and keep on repeatedly subtracting, you need to have an end point. End point as in there should be a stop. Here 0 is the stop. That's how we could divide 20 by 5, because it is possible to divide a number into so many parts. How do you divide 6 by 0? Because here the parts are not defined, and if we keep on subtracting repeatedly, are we getting to any result? No, it is going forever. It is completely going like that only. There is no stop. That means 6 divided by 0 can be termed as undefined. That means there is no definite value when we divide a number by 0. So therefore, we can say that any number A when divided by 0 is undefined. Okay, so this is the concept of division by 0. So any number, it can be 1, it can be 1000, it can be a negative number, it can be any large number. If we divide by 0, the answer is still undefined. It is very important for you to know these two values, because especially a number divided by 0, so that you can solve all the problems, all the concept problems as you approach your higher classes. Okay, so this is the concept of division by 0. You will be having a question. I have told that if I divide a number by 0, you are saying undefined. What happens if I divide 0 by any number, as in 0 by 2, 0 by 4? That means 0 as a number, if we divide that into multiple parts, it will still be 0 only, right? Because the number has no value, as in 0 is 0. So if we divide 0 into multiple parts also, it's 0 only. So the answer for 0 divided by is always 0. That is the reason, if you see here, division of whole numbers is not commutative. A divided by 0, in short, A divided by 0 is not equal to 0 divided by A. Okay, so these are two quick properties that I would like you to understand and use wherever applicable. I hope you understood the concept of multiplication and division by 0. So if you like my video, I request you to please like, share and subscribe to my channel and ring the bell notification down below so that you will never miss an update from me. Till then, I hope you all have a safe day and a wonderful week ahead. So the puzzle of the day and the previous puzzle solution will be as follows. Bye.